this video, I'm going to show you how to restring your guitar. Now, this isn't something that's particularly difficult, but it is something that you should absolutely know how to do as a guitar player. I'll be demonstrating this on my Fender Strat and my Les Paul in the back there. Your guitar may be slightly different, but the fundamental principles will still apply. First thing to do is make sure that you're prepared. So make sure you've got a new pack of strings to put on your guitar. You've got a screwdriver to take the back plate off of your guitar if it has one, some wire clippers to snip the strings, and string winder to help you wind the strings onto the guitar. And finally, if you have some guitar specific cleaning product, then feel free to grab that as well. Let's get started by removing the strings. The first thing we'll need to do is take off the back plate. Just make sure you're putting the screws somewhere safe. Of course, this won't be necessary if your guitar doesn't have a back plate. Next, unwind the strings from the machine heads, either with a string winder or by hand. When they start feeling loose, just pull them out. Once you've got the strings out, you can snip them in the center, as these bits can be quite fiddly to pull through the bridge, and what you may end up doing is scratching the body of the instrument. Next, use a cloth to wipe away any grime that you're likely to encounter on the fretboard and any dust that you'll find on the body of the guitar. If you've got any specific cleaning product, then feel free to use that too. Once you've done that, grab your strings and take them out of the packet. Depending on what brand you buy, they may be illustrated or color-coded to tell you which string is which. Either way, they will at least be marked with a string gauge number. The higher this number is, the thicker the string. Take the thickest string and pull it through the bridge. Make sure that you've pulled it all the way through and that it's not caught on anything. Next, thread it through the machine head. Next, we're going to create some slack in the string so we can wind it enough times around the post. The way we do that is we pull the string through the peg, grab it at the following peg, and then we pull it back. And then we bend it so it doesn't slip out like this. So there you've created roughly an inch worth of slack in the string. Next, let's grab our string winder. And what we're going to do is we're going to hold the string in place and then we're going to wind it. You want the coils to be wrapping under one another and holding the string in place. So make sure that you're doing this neatly, and the best way of doing that is using your index finger to keep the string in place. We don't need to go overboard with tightening the string, we just need to make sure that we've wrapped it enough times to keep it in place for now. And then we're going to repeat this same process for all the strings. So again, what we do is we thread the string, pull it all the way through, grab it at the next peg, and then pull it back, and then we bend it like that. Then with the help of the index finger, we're going to hold it in place, pull it back a little bit, and then we're going to wind it. Now when you get to the little E string, what you need to do is pull it all the way through again, and then just imagine there is another machine head right here. So pull it through about an inch and then pull it back, bend it, and wind it. The other important thing to make sure of is that you're winding the strings in the correct direction. So here you can see the strings are coming through and they're being wound anti-clockwise, all in the same direction. Now with a Les Paul style headstock where you have 3 machine heads on one side and 3 on the other, you want to make sure that one side is wound clockwise and the other side is wound anti-clockwise. Next, we're going to grab a guitar tuner and tune it up. You'll notice that the strings will go out of tune very quickly and very easily, and that's okay. We just need to get the guitar where it needs to be roughly, and then we're going to stretch the strings. Now, to do that, all you need to do is grab the strings from underneath and pull. The strings are just pieces of metal strung under high tension, so it's natural for them to stretch. What we're going to do is speed up the process by actually doing it ourselves. Once you've done all of this, you can snip the ends of the strings. Now, I actually like to save this for last because sometimes the string might misbehave and it might slip out, you might have to rethread it, and if that happens, you want to make sure that you've still got plenty of string to work with. Snip nice and close to each post, but make sure that you don't snip the actual string. Finally, we can put on the back plate. And now you've got some clean and crisp, brand new strings on your guitar. Now, do make sure that you continue tuning it regularly because the strings will continue to stretch for the next few days. I suggest starting your next session by giving it a proper thorough tune-up. Happy playing!